Welcome to Astronomy Daily. I'm Anna, and we've got an absolutely packed show for you today with some fascinating developments from across the space sector. We'll be diving into the latest shakeup in European space cooperation, where Italy is making some interesting moves that could reshape the continent's space industry. I'll also bring you up to speed on our colleagues up on the International Space Station, where two NASA astronauts are taking their extended stay in stride. Plus, we'll look at why Blue Origin had to delay the debut launch of their massive New Glenn rocket. Then we'll explore some incredible new images from Bepi Colombo's final flyby of Mercury, and wrap up with a mind-blowing discovery about Jupiter's clouds that's completely changing what we thought we knew about the gas giant. Stay with me as we journey through these exciting stories in today's episode of Astronomy Daily. In a significant development for European space cooperation, the head of the European Space Agency has addressed growing concerns about potential fragmentation within the European space sector. This comes as Italy charts its own course in rocket operations and explores possible agreements with Elon Musk's Starlink satellite network. Italy's space company Avio is set to take control of Vega C rocket operations on behalf of ESA, effectively moving the Italian-built rocket away from Europe's primary launch operator, Arianespace. At the same time, Rome is evaluating potential supply agreements with Starlink, with Musk expressing enthusiasm about providing Italy with what he calls the most secure and advanced connectivity. ESA Director General Joseph Aschbacher is keeping a watchful eye on these developments, particularly the balance between national and European space activities. While acknowledging that space is becoming increasingly strategic and important, with investments on the rise, Aschbacher emphasizes the benefits of participating in European programs rather than purely national ones. This situation becomes even more intriguing when we consider the timing. These discussions about Italy's potential role with Starlink come shortly after the European Commission announced funding for IRIS-2, their own satellite constellation designed to provide secure communications for European governments and agencies. Looking ahead to 2025, ESA has outlined ambitious launch plans despite recent setbacks. Their flagship Ariane 6 rocket is now scheduled for its next launch in February, with 4 more launches planned throughout the year. Meanwhile, the Vega C rocket, which successfully returned to flight in December after a previous failure, is set to conduct 4 launches in 2025. The agency maintains that it will prioritize using European launchers now that they're available again. This marks a shift from recent years when ESA had to rely on SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets during gaps in European launch capabilities. However, ESA will continue with one planned SpaceX launch, the Sentinel-6B mission, which is being funded through NASA cooperation. Now an update from the ISS. 2 NASA astronauts have found themselves in an unexpectedly extended stay aboard the International Space Station, but their spirits remain remarkably high. Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, who originally planned for just an 8-day mission when they launched in June 2024, have turned what could have been a challenging situation into a testament to astronaut adaptability. When asked during a phone conference call earlier this week about feeling like castaways, a reference to the Tom Hanks film, Suni Williams was quick to dismiss any such notion. While acknowledging their desire to eventually return home to their families, she emphasized their focus on the important work that still needs to be done aboard the station. This professional dedication showcases the true spirit of space exploration. Their extended mission hasn't been without its share of memorable moments. The astronauts have experienced several major events from their orbital perspective, including the U.S. election, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. They've maintained their connection to life on Earth, with Wilmore even managing to participate in important moments of his daughter's final year of high school, albeit from 250 miles above. The station has remained well supplied, with recent cargo deliveries bringing essential supplies including food, water, oxygen, and even special items to help the crew celebrate the holidays. Far from being idle, both astronauts have fully integrated into the station's regular crew duties, taking on everything from routine maintenance to complex repair work. Looking ahead, Suni Williams is preparing for her 8th spacewalk, an impressive milestone in her NASA career. During this upcoming EVA, she'll be working with another crew member to replace critical orientation equipment on the station's exterior, as well as conducting repairs on various instruments, including a telescope. This continued commitment to station maintenance and scientific work demonstrates how these astronauts have transformed an unexpected situation into an opportunity for extended contribution to space exploration. Now, an update to a story we've been following this week. In space launch news, Blue Origin has had to push back the debut launch of their impressive New Glenn rocket. The postponement comes due to challenging weather conditions in the Atlantic Ocean, specifically rough seas that could impact the rocket's planned booster landing. The launch, originally set for early Friday morning, has been rescheduled for Sunday at 1 a.m. Eastern Time from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. This massive vehicle stands an impressive 320 feet tall and represents Blue Origin's first venture into orbital-class rockets. What makes New Glenn particularly interesting is its reusable first stage, designed to return to Earth and land on a specialized vessel in the Atlantic. The landing ship, named Jacqueline after Jeff Bezos' mother, will serve as the touchdown point for these returning boosters. While Blue Origin acknowledges the ambitious nature of attempting a booster landing on their very first flight, they're committed to giving it their best shot. This approach to reusability isn't just about technical achievement, it's central to their business model. Each New Glenn first stage is engineered to fly at least 25 times, which could significantly reduce launch costs for future missions. The rocket already has an impressive lineup of contracted missions waiting in the wings, including plans to launch missions to Mars for NASA and a series of Amazon's Kuiper internet satellites. This makes the successful debut of New Glenn crucial not just for Blue Origin, but for their commercial and government partners as well. Should Sunday's launch attempt face additional delays, Blue Origin has secured a launch window extending through January 16th. This flexibility ensures they can wait for optimal conditions to give their new rocket the best possible chance of success in both its primary mission and the ambitious booster recovery attempt. Moving on now to a space mission that's really kicking goals. The Bepi-Colombo spacecraft has just completed a remarkable milestone, making its sixth and final flyby of Mercury before its main mission begins next year. During this close encounter, the spacecraft came within just 185 miles of Mercury's surface, giving us some incredible new views of the solar system's smallest planet. The images captured during this flyby are particularly fascinating, offering us detailed glimpses of Mercury's mysterious surface features. One of the most intriguing discoveries involves the planet's permanently shadowed craters. Despite Mercury's proximity to the Sun, these deep craters rank among the coldest places in our entire solar system, and scientists believe they might harbor water ice. The spacecraft's monitoring cameras revealed striking contrasts between Mercury's dark surface and bright features that indicate recent geological activity. The Nether Facula, for instance, stands out as the remnant of the largest known volcanic explosion on Mercury, with a central vent spanning 25 miles and volcanic deposits extending nearly 200 miles in diameter. The images also showcased Mercury's vast volcanic plains, known as the Borealis Planitia, formed by massive lava flows roughly 3.7 billion years ago. These ancient flows created smooth regions across much of Mercury's surface, later marked by wrinkles as the planet's interior cooled and contracted. Within these plains, we can see numerous impact craters, including the massive Caloris Basin, which stretches over 930 miles wide. One particularly unexpected feature caught in the new images is a distinctive boomerang-shaped lava flow near the Caloris Basin. This formation, connected to a deep trough, presents an intriguing puzzle that scientists hope to solve when Bepi-Colombo begins its primary mission. The spacecraft is scheduled to enter Mercury's orbit on November 21st, 2026, when it will begin its detailed investigation of these and other mysteries about our solar system's innermost planet. Now, on to the amazing discovery of the day. Our understanding of Jupiter's clouds has just been completely transformed thanks to a groundbreaking collaboration between amateur and professional astronomers. For decades, scientists believed Jupiter's visible clouds were primarily composed of ammonia ice. However, new research published in the Journal of Geophysical Research has revealed something entirely different. These clouds are actually made of ammonium hydrosulfide mixed with smog. This fascinating discovery began with amateur astronomer Dr. Stephen Hill from Colorado, who demonstrated that using commercially available telescopes with specialized filters could effectively measure ammonia levels and pressure at Jupiter's cloud tops. His observations revealed something unexpected. These clouds were simply too deep in Jupiter's warm atmosphere to be made of ammonia ice as previously thought. Professor Patrick Irwin from Oxford University took this research further, applying Hill's methods to observations from the Very Large Telescope in Chile. Using spectroscopic analysis, his team confirmed that Jupiter's main cloud deck exists in a region of higher pressure and temperature than previously believed. The conditions there are simply too warm for ammonia to condense into ice, pointing to ammonium hydrosulfide as the primary component instead. The team suggests that in Jupiter's atmosphere, when ammonia-rich air rises, the ammonia is either destroyed or mixed with photochemical products faster than ice can form. This process explains the distinctive red and brown colors we see in Jupiter's clouds. They're actually a mixture of ammonium hydrosulfide and smog-like compounds created by sunlight-induced chemical reactions. Interestingly, this research method has proven so effective that it's now being applied to Saturn as well, where similar processes appear to be at work. This discovery not only changes our fundamental understanding of Jupiter's atmosphere, but also opens up new opportunities for citizen scientists to contribute to planetary research. Using these relatively simple techniques, amateur astronomers can now track atmospheric changes across Jupiter's bands, storms, and even its famous Great Red Spot. Well, that wraps up another fascinating day of space exploration and discovery. From the changing landscape of European space cooperation to the resilient spirits of our astronauts on the ISS, from Blue Origin's careful approach to their New Glenn launch to Bepi Colombo's final rendezvous with Mercury, and of course, that remarkable revelation about Jupiter's clouds, we've covered quite a bit of ground today. I'm Anna, and I want to thank you for joining me on this journey through the cosmos. If you're hungry for more space news, head over to astronomydaily.io, where you can sign up for our free daily newsletter and stay up to date with our constantly updating newsfeed. You'll also find all our previous episodes there, perfect for catching up on any space stories you might have missed. And don't forget to join our growing community on social media. You can find us as Astro Daily Pod on Facebook, X, Tumblr, YouTube Music, and TikTok. Until next time, keep looking up and wondering about the mysteries that await us in the vast expanse of space.